Hello, my name is Gabe Evens, and welcome to Jazz Moments. Oftentimes when we're soloing, we fall into a rut where we end up creating a bunch of material that has a rambling quality and lacks cohesion. Remember that what we're ultimately trying to do is create some kind of melody that has a structure and cohesion and flow. And one way you can approach this is to think about motivic development. And one way to create motivic development is to link your phrases together. Now, this isn't something I would say you consciously want to do on a gig, but it's something you can practice. So, how do we link phrases together? Well, first of all, you want to start with one idea, a short idea. Let's say I'm playing Someday My Prince Will Come. And I come up with an idea, say, on the first measure. And then I'm going on. Now, I could do something different after that. Or I can take something out of this phrase and work with it. There are so many possibilities. It could be the shape, it could be the rhythm itself, it could be the actual melodic, it could be the notes themselves. So let's take the shape. So I've taken this idea and I've sequenced it, essentially. I've put it in the next key up. I could do that. I could just take this, just those two notes, and use that as my linking device. And I could continue with that. And then I could invert it, turn it upside down, and displace it. So I've created a phrase where all the ideas are linked together. Let's go back to this sequencing idea. How about I displace that rhythmically? Okay. Now I've taken the idea and they're still connected, but I've kind of made it more interesting by truncating it by an eighth note. How about we turn it upside down? Let's see what happens. So I've kind of turned it upside down and I've added an extra note there. The important thing is that you don't throw your phrase away. You want to, when you're practicing, really consciously say, I'm going to take one idea and I am not going to introduce a brand new unrelated idea for a little while and see what happens. So let's try that for a minute. Now, the idea has slowly morphed, and the original idea is has kind of been lost, but it's still the seed of what has spawned all the other ideas. You can even consciously bring back an idea in its original form. Why not? I mean, that's what composers do. They use the same idea later on. So there's nothing wrong with that. But the idea is to say, I am consciously going to stick with an idea and either any possible way, there's too many to quantify, I think, any possible way you want to not lose that idea. You could take the end of the idea or even the beginning of the idea, but make sure your phrases stay linked together. So one more time, someday my prince will come. I'll try to do this. I'll take a new idea. How about whoops, I kind of got away from it there for a minute. But it spawned me in its own direction. It's sort of, what it will do is when you're really working within the phrases, suddenly the harmony and even the note choice in a way becomes less important, and the general idea itself is what sort of takes a hold of you, and it will spawn your creativity. You'll find yourself doing things you've never done before. So rather than keeping it boring by staying with one idea as long as possible, it actually creates interest as you twist and turn and play with that idea. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.